Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are reviewing Fan Your Flames from Nishane, and one that I really love. So if you'd like to know what I think, then keep watching. Now this was sent to me for free to review. I do have a 15% off coupon code that is an affiliate link. I'll have all that linked below. I do have extensive experience with this fragrance though before I got it. This is challenging. But in a good way. This is hard to wear in a way that is good. There's so much that this fragrance smells like without it being crazy complex. And the most challenging part of this is probably one of the notes that people have the least issue with. So you're going to have some tobacco, you're going to have some coconut, there's rum, there's tonka, oakmoss, I know I was going to say Oakmoss, and cedarwood. And the note that I think makes this a little bit more challenging is the cedarwood. Now, this is going to be a boozy, tropical, transportive fragrance. This smells like a sexy pirate, if you're into the sexy pirate fragrances. But more importantly, what I like about this is how it's very aromatic. So cedarwood, and if you guys know my love affair with cedarwood, is a very distinctive wood. It's not like sandalwood where it can kind of really mix and blend notes together and make everything kind of work nicely with each other. It really stands out on its own. And in this fragrance, it really stands out on its own. But I think what helps it work and kind of play nice is the fact that the tobacco, there we go, in this is a dry leaf tobacco. It smells not like a fresh leaf, not like a pipe tobacco. It smells very dry, and it also smells kind of crisp. And it works nice with the booze and the coconut. Paired with the coconut is kind of creamy, but it also feels like it's a toasted coconut too. It adds a bit of spice to this that feels like an authentic spiced rum that works really nicely with the woods and the booze and the coconut and the oak moss. It all comes together to be something that smells really fantastic on the skin. But it's not easy to wear by any means. The way that some incredibly spiced rums, when you're first learning to drink, can be a little bit burny, a little bit too spiced, a little bit hard. And that's kind of like what I mean by this. There are some fragrances that just are easy to wear. Wulong Cha is a very, very easy fragrance to wear. Egye is a very, very easy fragrance to wear from the house of Nishane. And when you get into the white florals, when you get into the aromatics, you're getting more into preferences. Do people prefer white florals? Do people prefer powders? Do people prefer ouds and things like that? The composition of this is jarring because it feels spiced and burny and boozy and dry and lactonic from the coconut and creamy and tropical. It doesn't feel like everything should fit and blend together, but the fact of the matter is that it does. It works surprisingly well in a way that I find to be really fantastic. It's kind of addictive in a way that you want to kind of smell different and tropical. I love those tropical, creamy, white floral fragrances that take you to those luxury vacations where you have, you know, your very expensive cocktails where it costs like $25 for basically a pina colada that's basically absolutely no alcohol. It's just fruit and mix and ice. And you're sitting on the beach and everything's really beautiful and idealistic. This is kind of like you were shipwrecked and you kind of washed up on shore, one of those places, and the people who are sitting on the beach drinking their coconut fruity cocktails, they're watching you kind of crawl out of the ocean gasping for air because you've been swimming away from sharks for miles. That's that juxtaposition in regards to what, but it tells an interesting story. And that's what this fragrance does. It tells a really interesting story on the skin. Yes, it's a bit jarring. Yes, it's a little bit disjointed, but it doesn't feel like it's not supposed to be that way. It feels very deliberate. The booziness and the rum in this feels like a spiced rum. And I like that because that spiced rum kind of takes you to this almost semi-tropical area of pirate. And then you have the tobacco and you have the coconut and you have this dry, creamy blend of this dry tobacco leaf. So you have this really nice tobacco note that doesn't pull too fruity or too cherry or too barbecue saucy, which sometimes tobacco can do. It's just perfectly balancing this coconut in a way that it feels like it could be a tropical drink, or it could be like a toasted coconut, or it could be like a fresh coconut. They kind of balance each other out, and so you get this boozy, tropical coconut fragrance. And then you get this really nice Oakmoss and tonka that kind of works as a foundation to make everything smell good. And then you get smacked in the face with cedarwood, just smacked in the face. But it's nice. It works together, but in a way that is disjointed and jarring, in a way that like modern art can be, and you just look at it and you're like, I get it. I don't understand how they got to this point, but I get it. When a fragrance smells completely unbalanced and different, but they manage to make it work together, I get so excited because there's something about it that feels deliberate. And that's what I want in fragrances that are risky. I want deliberate. I want an intentional thought. I want somebody, the perfumer, the people who are deciding that this is the fragrance that they were going to lease, that they were going to charge like $350 or however much this cost. I think it's $350 for a 3.4 ounce bottle. I want them to smell it and be like, yes, this smells crazy strong, crazy different, but this is exactly the way we want to go. And sometimes those risky choices can make fragrances challenging, polarizing, hard to wear. And I love it when houses will do risks like that. And this is one of those fragrances. This is not an easy fragrance to wear. This is definitely not a safe blind buy. This is a fragrance that you really have to like aromatics. You really have to like tobacco. You have to like boozy fragrances. You have to kind of like boozy fragrances that kind of smell like Captain Morgan's. That's kind of like why I'm saying pirate, because it kind of smells like Captain Morgan's to me. And you have to like fragrances that smell slightly jarring. There's no harmony to this fragrance, but it doesn't smell like it's supposed to be harmonious. It smells like it's supposed to catch you off guard. And there's something about that that I find to be absolutely fantastic. And that's why I like
Kristin
it.
here. I forgot to put in about the longevity. First and foremost, I also forgot to put in that this smells like a shared fragrance. So this fragrance, even though it does have a tropical coconutty kind of creaminess to it, this does definitely smell like a shared scent. So this doesn't lean on the more masculine side or the more feminine side. It smells definitively kind of like in the middle. The Oakmoss might pull it maybe a little bit more masculine, but I do find it to be more shared. Now the longevity of this fragrance I find to be fantastic. It has a nice, beautiful, dry booziness in the opening, and it has more of a linear scent. It gets creamier and you get more of the oak moss the longer you wear it on your skin, but it doesn't have a crazy amount of development. The jarringness that this fragrance has deals more with just how the fragrance comes together and not how it develops. I get about 6 to 8 hours on my skin, and the projection of this I would say is moderate with a moderate sillage. Sorry I'm throwing this in now, but I'm trying to get this video up and I didn't want to have to re-edit. So thank you for dealing with this. All right, back to my little thing.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about this. If you have tried this fragrance before, I would love to know what you guys think. Positive or negative, let me know in the comment section below. And also if you have any other fragrances like this, not so much like a tobacco, tropical, coconutty fragrance, but a fragrance that you've tried and it just smells jarring and disjointed, but it feels deliberate, like the house, the perfumer is trying to tell you a story that is so loud and bold and boisterous, but you just enjoy the ride that it takes you on. I love fragrances like that, so let me know what those scents are below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.